Hey everybody, it's James here, and I'm going to briefly show you a PowerPoint trick that I recently learned, and it's pretty cool. We had an interesting situation where I was playing the role of PTC on a trial in Delaware, and a client wanted to effectively have me create or fill out information on the screen live while they were cross-examining a witness. And the client had said, boy, I wish that you could type in PowerPoint presentation mode. And we said, well, actually you can. And I'm going to show you how to do it. It's actually pretty simple. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my PowerPoint here. And this is the simple template that Richard Tortolet, who is the artist on site, created for me. And the simple thing to do is I'm going to go ahead and move my mouse. And if you notice, you have a little arrow up here. And it's where you can customize your toolbar. And I'm going to go ahead and scroll down, and I'm going to choose More Commands. And what you can do under the More Commands option is I'm going to choose the Developers tab. When I choose the Developers tab, you'll notice you get a whole series of controls. Now I can choose just this TextBox ActiveX controller, which is really what I want. But I'm going to actually choose the word controls because it'll give me all of these. I'm going to add it. And you'll see, I'm going to move this over. You'll see it's going to add it right up there in the arrow, so I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And now I have my little controls toolbox. So one of the controls in here, if you click on it, is this little text box. It's an ActiveX controller text box. I'm going to click on that, and then I can actually draw a little box here. And if I double click on this box, I have all sorts of options here to make changes. Now it looks pretty complicated, but it's really not. You can see there's some back color, four colors, border, there's font size, so it's pretty simple. You just got to look at it and play around with it, and I'm sure most of you guys can figure it out. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this text box because we already created these ActiveX text boxes in the shaded areas here. So what happened was while I was in court, I brought up this template in presentation mode, and during the cross-examination, the attorney had asked me to literally start inputting data. So he asked me to put in a title, and I put a title in there, and he asked me to put in a particular heading for this column, so we'll just call this column A, and he asked me to put in some information for this column. So as you can see, you can actually type right into presentation mode, and then we started to fill out information in these columns. And I think there were some headings over here called subgux, and trust me, it was a bankruptcy trial. You have no no desire to learn what gux are and subgux are. And then we just started filling this information out, and it actually worked out really well because it even let me, of course, go back and make changes. And there you go. We were able to type in presentation mode during the course of trial. Client was able to get away with the fact that we didn't have to turn over this graphic to the other side because we built it on the fly. So yes, we were skirting sort of some ethical rules there, but everybody was fine with it. The other side didn't object to it, and it was just a really neat trick, kind of a neat way. In case you didn't know how to type in presentation mode, it's a neat and easy way. And of course, if you hit escape, you'll notice your information is already in there, and you can just go ahead and hit save, and you're done.